guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some amazing picnic hacks. Now, some of you will know that I have an obsession with finding little life hacks that make things a bit easier. And in today's video, some of the hacks are going to blow your mind. There's also a really funny one as well that I think you're gonna love. So if you like it, give it a big thumbs up. If you're new around here and you also love hacks, please consider subscribing because I post videos like this all the time and I'd love to have you as a viewer. But with all that said, let's get into the picnic hacks. So the first hack that I wanted to share with you is a way of making any blanket a picnic blanket. Of course, you can buy proper ones with plastic attached to them, but if you don't have that, you could just use something like a shower curtain or a little plastic tablecloth from a kid's party. I always tend to hang on to stuff like that and it would work perfect for this. So just lay it down and then put your favorite blanket on top, and then you know that it's not going to get wet and it's also not going to get as dirty. Next up, this hack is just such a cool one. If you have a thermos like this, you can actually put hot dogs into it with boiling water, and then you can have a hot lunch on your picnic. My kids think this is the coolest thing ever. They love hot dogs anyway, but when you actually cook them, you just need to put them into boiling water for about 5 minutes to warm them up. So you can do that in a thermos and seal it, and then when you get to your lunch and you're ready to have it, you can just get them out and it's actually nice and warm and like a really nice hot lunch, especially if you're gonna have a picnic at like a cooler time of the year. It's just such a nice idea. Then all you have to pack is some buns, and I actually found these mini condiments in Sainsbury's which were really cute, and then you can just pull your hot dog out and put it all together. And as I said, like, the boys just think that this is really cool, and I don't know, you feel like a super organized mum for bringing this. And yeah, there's actually so many hacks that you can use the thermos for. Just think of like what you could put in it, like hot pasta or hot soup. It also obviously works for cold things, so you could put ice into your thermos on a very hot day, and then when you get to wherever you're going, you'll have nice ice for your drinks. So yeah, I just love this thing. And the next hack is a product that I had to show you guys. I found this online while I was researching this video, and it's these little stakes that you drive into the ground, and they hold a bottle of wine and 2 wine glasses as well. When I saw this, I thought it was quite funny or gimmicky, but they actually genuinely work, and it makes total sense because when you go on a picnic and the ground is uneven, drinks are falling over all of the time, and these are so secure. They really do work, and I thought this would actually be great if you were having like a date picnic, just the two of you. You could bring a bottle of wine, and it's actually just a really lovely idea. So I actually quite like it. I'll link it down below. But another hack for holding drinks upright is to bring a muffin tin. Obviously check the cups fit into them before you go, but this is also a great idea for holding drinks upright. Or of course, you could bring bottles with lids. Then I also wanted to show you this really cool idea for packing a sandwich on your picnic, because what's easier than making loads of sandwiches for a picnic? Making one big long sandwich. So I bought a French baguette, and I'm just gonna make it up like I would normally make a sandwich with all of our favorite fillings. And you can pack this entire thing into your picnic basket and actually cut it up when you get there. Just remember to bring a chopping board and a knife. And then I also saw this really cute idea to actually wrap it in greaseproof paper or baking paper, and then use string as well. This not only looks really cute, like it looks really fancy, but also when you're on a picnic and you're playing frisbee or the kids are doing cartwheels and stuff like that, it's quite good that they don't actually have to touch the sandwich. They can actually just hold on to the greaseproof paper, and as I said, it looks really cute. Almost looks like a bit professional, like someone's done your catering for you. So yeah, then you can either bring the pieces like that, as I say, or pack the whole big long thing if it will fit into your picnic basket. And when it comes to picnics, try not to forget plates. The picnic basket that we have actually came with plates, but they're so heavy. I much prefer to bring the kids' plastic plates from home, or the little party plates that we have left over from kids' parties. They're perfect. Next up, I wanted to show you how to make a really cool salad for a picnic, and it's a way of layering it so that the leaves actually don't get wilted. So first off, you want to make a bit of a dressing at the bottom of a jar, like a mason jar. So I've added in some olive oil, some lemon, some spring onions, and some salt and pepper. And then you'll just want to start layering your salad with the most dense vegetables first. So first off, I've gone in with sweet corn, then I'm going with cherry tomatoes and bits of cucumber. You also want to add like grated carrot. And then finally at the top, you add in the leaves that you want for your salad. And then when you get onto your picnic, you can actually just put this out onto a plate. And because the salad has been at the top away from the dressing, it just works and it all tastes like very fresh and very nice. And then as you pour it out, the dressing kind of gets everywhere and you can give it a little mix around. Just a really cool hack for a salad that you can take on a picnic with you. And I also wanted to show you a hack for covering up food while you're out and about on a picnic so that bugs don't eat it, and it is to use a shower cap. This is so cool, and I've always taken shower caps from hotels because I used to love to use them on my pram wheels in the car. So there's so many hacks for them, but covering food is a really good one. I also wanted to show you a hack for storing small food in an egg carton. This will not only help to protect it, but it also looks really cute. So here I'm just making up some chocolate strawberries. I'm using my strawberry huller to take the green part off, and then I'm actually going to fill it with melted milk chocolate that I've just literally melted in the microwave, and then I'm going to repeat that a few times, and then we can take it on our picnic. So it looks really sweet, and then it got me thinking of all the other things you could put in an egg carton, and it's actually just been Easter here, so I was thinking you could actually pack some chocolate eggs or some Kinder eggs to take on your picnic to have as dessert if it's not too hot outside. But yeah, how cute is that? And then I also wanted to show you another idea for packing fruit would be to make up some fruit skewers. This is great because again, it makes it finger food when you're out and about, so you might not have to bring a fork, you can just bring some fruit skewers. And obviously finger food in general is great for a picnic. And another hack, which I have shown before, but it's definitely worth saying again, it's how to make a bowl out of a crisp packet. So just open it up and fold down the top and then kind of push up the food from the bottom. And as you do, make it like a flat space that will stand up. This is actually so easy to do. It also looks great. It's really good for parties as well. And as the food gets eaten, you can just keep pushing it up and you have yourself a little bowl, so you don't need to bring one on your picnic. Then I also wanted to show you a simple hack that you probably already know or do. If you don't have an ice pack, you can of course just freeze some bottles of water and then they'll melt and also keep everything cold, and then you'll have a drink when you get to your picnic. But as I said, it also works as a cooler. And when it comes to packing things, I always bring things like wipes, obviously hand sanitizer, so before they eat, so that you can wash their hands before they eat. And I also wanted to say, don't forget a little bag for all of the rubbish. And this is a hack on how I fold a plastic bag to make it really compact. If you flatten out a bag and then fold it in half twice, then in little triangles you can kind of fold it upwards, and then when you get to the end you can actually tuck in any plastic bag that is left. And it's really simple to do, and it's just a really compact little triangle that you can chuck into your handbag if you're going out, or into your picnic basket like this. And while I was researching picnic hacks, I really wanted to find an effective way of fending off bugs from your delicious picnic food, and this seems to be the #1 recommended tip for that. So it's to get a little spray bottle and fill it up with water, and then add some peppermint essential oil, so that when you get onto your picnic you can spray this around your picnic blanket, because apparently bugs really don't like the smell of mint or peppermint. So this should should fend off things like flies or ants as well. But I'd actually love to know in the comments if you have any tips for fending off bugs on a picnic. And then the last hack that I wanted to show you is to keep a little checklist in your picnic basket. Every year when it comes back to like picnic season, I kind of forget all the things that we should pack. So I actually printed this off. There's loads on Pinterest and taped it in to my picnic basket. Right, so that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below which one was your favorite, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.